Good morning to everybody. Today we are going to study the topic computer vision. So, my name is Dr. Fawaz Salam Khan. I am the lead instructor of this course, and my research interests are based on reinforcement learning, federated learning, computer vision and AI, machine learning, and deep learning. And in the last, I am on more focusing on these research these days on unmanned aerial vehicles. So, before diving into the contents, let's discuss about the course book. Here I am following Richard Ziriski Computer Vision Applications and Algorithms. The link is here. You can download the book from here. So basically, before starting, we are going to understand what is computer vision here. So computer vision is a field of artificial intelligence that enables computers and systems to derive meaningful information from digital images and videos and other visual inputs that can act to make recommendations based on the information. If AI allows computers to think computer visions, so computer vision basically allows them to observe and understand what is the basically the definition inside the images. So again, then we are going to discuss about why we study computer vision here. Then lastly, we will discuss the course outline. So let's discuss about the key aspects of the computer vision here. So the main goal of computer vision is to perceive stories behind the pictures, compute properties of the world like 3D shapes, you can say, names of the people or objectives, and then this involves enhancing transformation of images to prepare them from analysis. Techniques that can include filtering, you can say, edge detections and noise reductions. There can be multiple other, you can say, goals, like, for example, identifying and locating objects within an image. For example, a computer vision system can recognize and labels with different objects in a street. For example, if there is a scene and this contains different cars and pedestrians and traffic lights, so there can be various aspects in the goal. Like, for example, if you are talking about the image classification, so assigning a labels to an image based on its content. For instance, a model could classify images. For example, if you have an image of a cat or an animal, then it can classify whether it will be a cat or a dog. So it can also do mainly like image segmentation, facial recognition, other tasks as well. So basically, the goal of computer vision, if you check this picture here, so images are interpreted as numbers in computers through a process of digitization, where visual information is converted into a matrix of numerical values that represent image pixels here. So if you see the picture, there are multiple numbers from 0, 3, 2, and there can be different values. So here's how this process basically works. Is like this, these are having a pixel representation. So an image is composed of a tiny elements called pixels, and each pixel represent a small part of an image that has color or intensity values. So the image, as you see, this is a gray image. So these values in gray image represented by a single number that includes intensity, typically ranging from 0 to 255, where 0 represents a white, and you can say 0 represent in black and 255 represent white. So with various shades of grays can in between, you can see in the picture. So can computers match human perceptions? Yes or no? Mainly this is no. Basically, because the computers can be better at easy things, humans are better at hard things. What does this mean? Like, for example, if a computer sees an image, it can easily just identify the numbers, and these numbers can represented by some kind of a pixel value. So but how the humans are having a hard image, for example, we'll discuss in the later slides. But huge progress, like in accelerating last 5 years due to deep learning, what is considered hard keep be changing by the humans. Like, for example, human perception has its shortcomings. For example, if you can see in the picture, there's a person is standing, and both of them are these can have different illusions, and then this can be a morph image which human can identify. For example, the lip movement, or you can say the eye movement. but the facial recognition system can identify them that these are the two different people. So there are can be a shortcomings for a human, but it can easily be identified by a machine. But humans can tell a lot about a scene for little information. For example, this is a blur image you can see here. So in this image, if you can see with a naked eye, there are 4 persons are standing. Whether we cannot see all these peoples are standing and what are the exact faces of these peoples, but in this blur image you can easily identify some 4 peoples are standing there. But for a machine it can be a very difficult task, whether it is a person is standing or something like something other else. So the main goal of a computer vision is to enable computers and system to interpret and understand and make decision based on visual information from the world around them. This involves developing algorithms and models that can process, like analyze and interpret images and videos in this manner, which can similar to how human perceive and interact with the visual world. So the there can be multiple goals, as I say earlier. This can be like it can compute 3D shapes of the world. For example, recognition, like for example, object identification, or a scene within an image. Videos like recognition, detection. Like for example, if you see in the image, there can be a segmented image of two peoples. Like there can be a gray scales. This can easily identify what is inside the image. This so basically the segmentation separates an image into regions or segments that can correspond to different objects or parts. Like for example, if you see in the picture, 2 persons are sitting here. This can easily be you can say identified by segmenting, or you can say part of to isolate these from the main image. So another goal can be like this can be the goal of a computer vision to recognize objects and people. For example, this is a picture from a movie Terminator from 1991. So there's a car. So what is inside? If a person is sees from a naked eye, it can easily identify the car is like standing here, and it can easily scans what is the visual side, and there can be like there are some bounding boxes which can easily context-based interpret, which can interpret into an image or a video. So this can easily be identified by an object. For the machine, it can be first converted into the schemes of numbers, and that can later be converted into pixels and then identified with some kind of a bounding box information. Similarly, this another image you can say this is a figure from a Chinese side, and this can be easily when you want to locate a specific object or patterns within a visual input. For example, if you are detecting a stop sign on the road, for example, just like that, the segmentation can separate an image into regions and correspond with the different sites. So for example, if you are talking about this is an sky, there is a flag, there is a banner, then bus, face, building, street map. So it can easily be identified with all these things. Later on, you can easily another goal for the computer vision is to enhance the images, like to improve the quality of the visual evidence, such as enhancing the clarity or reducing the noise or adjusting lighting condition in image and video that are otherwise difficult to analyze, can be easily helped by the different techniques in computer vision. So it can also use in forensics. So in forensic science, the goal of computer vision is to assist the investigations and analysis and interpretations of visual evidences by leveraging advanced image and video analysis techniques. So this can be like another like the from this visual eye, you can easily identify what is inside that particular image. Similarly, up there, as you can see, there can be multiple peoples are standing, and from the lens of the eye, this can be easily identified by an human. So another goal of the computer vision is to improve the computational photography. So it can be done by different, you can put different kind of filters to remove and to remove the noise from the particular image. Similarly, why we study computer vision, it can say like billions of images, there can be huge number of useful applications. So this can be done by in different areas like cancer detection or human face recognition or different kind of forensics or security. So this can also be done in optical character reading. If you have any scanner, it can probably come with the OCR software. It can identify numbers if there is something is written with the handwriting, and it can easily, in an OCR, can easily identify with the exact number. So like in the last, you can say real-time detection, human enhance the computers, and for example real-time interaction or human interaction enhance the way to computers and humans interact by interacting their gestures and expression of a body movement. So now we are discussing the student evaluation process here. So for any student evaluation, like for second year or third year students, uh, I can basically it can be accessed with the combination of theoretical and practical assessments and project based evaluations. Here can be some structured, like I have written here, some quizzes and exams which contains conceptual understanding, mathematical foundations, and practical, you can say, programming knowledges. So here I can say that can, if I'm talking about the conceptual understanding, it can contains include multiple choice questions, short question answers, and descriptive questions here. So there can be various other examples, like for example, I can take practical assessment. For example, I can put some image processing tasks, implementations of different algorithms, then I'll give some mini projects. Then after that, there can be some projects, project-based evaluation, which have some group discussions and group projects, innovations, which contains group innovations and creativity. Then we have presentations and reports, you can say, and there can be class participation and engagement. Then have a capstone projects, like end of the course there can be a capstone, like it can be an optional one. Then peer review and collaborations and oral exams and vice versa. So these are some of the 7 access methods which I can take for the students, which can be changed accordingly. So So in the last, I would like to have my research activities to discuss about with the solid foundation in AI and data science. My research expertise spans on several critical areas, which includes like my extensive experience in designing and implementation machine algorithms, particularly for multi-class cancer classification, as you see in the figure. Understanding, you can say, my research capabilities in handling complex data with high dimensional data. This is crucial for advancement or advancing the departmental research in data driven decisions making. That secondly, I can also like be more productive on the development of novel mathematical models for federated learning, which can you can see like emerging field, which is the new emerging field of expertise in AI. This improves a pivotal role for the department, and then you can say I am more on the digital twins of reinforcement. So my research at the interaction on reinforcement learning and with digital twins highlighted my innovations by designing, like I have already designed the UAV here, which can control and optimize and predict and maintenance. This can also an plus point for the department, which I can contribute at any IoT related, or you can say federated learning project. I can also be a part of like optimization and simulation models. So my background in optimization and simulation models is integral to the department, which is like if I say my research is more towards the enhancement of particular complex real world scenarios. So there can be various I am also focusing on designing of different projects related to deep learning and deep reinforcement learning. So lastly, I would like to include here my academic and research supervisions. So my role in supervision of final year projects and thesis for BS and MS students, enhancing my capabilities, and which I can also put for the department and for the involvement for like I'm also involving in committees, like for example graduate evaluation committees, which can like focusing on the departmenting, forecasting and culture and guiding the next generation of this. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. And if I have questions, I'll discuss in the interview. Thank you very much.